everybody? I'm Hot Chooks here with Xifan from NOVA Esports, bro. Hashtag NOVA Strong in the chat. Bro, y'all finished in second place. First off, congratulations on that. How are you feeling, though, right now?
I'm feeling a big L. I'm not trying to be not satisfied or anything, just because we won the first place. So that's our goal, but we threw the games, we can't blame anyone but ourselves.
I love it, dude. Honestly, I love it because it's a bit of a running joke, right? That when it comes to NOVA, right? I knew for a fact y'all were gonna be the most mad team, which is ridiculous. You're on second place, right? Most people would be just screaming, cheering, but the expectations, knowing that you wanted first, right? Do you think that hunger, that drive that y'all have to win, right? You think that's going to be a huge factor for you guys going into Americas?
Yeah, definitely. I think hunger drives us, advance further.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, right? Well, next question I have up for you is, when you look back at the event, how tough do you feel the competition was?
Honestly, I feel like this PMPL, because I feel like there are two tiers of teams. So, one tier is good teams, another tier is not really good team, and it's it's really extreme in both cases. And compared with previous PMPL, this PMPL feel actually a little bit easier than the previous one. Yeah.
All right. So let me ask you this: so what you just said, put them in two categories, right? Teams up here, teams down here, right? How many teams do you feel were up there at the top?
Well, obviously the top 5 teams are there at the top, and those teams who qualify. And we can't say the rest of we cannot say the rest of them are on the bottom. But I'm just saying there may be not a defined line between those, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Those who can make it to maybe super weekend, those teams, then they need to make it work a little bit harder on their strategies or even whatever things.
Xifan, always so kind, bro. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to be honest, right? Because at the end of the day, it gives these other teams, the drive to come back stronger, to hopefully finally give a little bit of a challenge, right, to you and the rest.
No, I'm not saying they're not challenging to me, to us. They're still a challenge. I'm just saying they could have done a lot better, in my opinion.
Absolutely, indeed, right? You heard it from the legend himself, right? Next one up I have here is, how did you and your team prepare for the finals, right, compared to league play?
Well, basically, we just took down what mistakes we made during the league play and learn from it, and that's basically how we prepare for the final. But unfortunately, we still kind of made the same mistake, unfortunately. So that kind of threw our first place in the final.
What do you feel was that mistake, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it's the Sandhawk, the Sandhawk games. We could have at least got a second place, but our rotations a little bit off, and it got caught, and kind of through the through the winning game.
Those first dates were a little hard to find.
Actually, huh? Yeah. 2 games. Yeah.
Hey, it's tough, right? I can only imagine it, because at the end of the day, even though you had so much success, it's so crazy to see just how competitive that the main thoughts you think of, right, were the mistakes that were made here. That's something that I think a lot of people out there should definitely look at, right, and try to emulate. That's for sure. Well, next question I have for you is, looking back, at the finals, and you're talking about how bad you wanted first place. What do you feel, other than those Sandhawk games, right, were the big things that you could have done to get that first place?
Well, I feel in other maps, we probably in those close quarter fights, we could have played it better, because we were a little bit too rushed when it comes to those CQC. And if we can improve stuff in a team coordination, I think we can be a better team.
I love it. I love it. Now, one question I got for you is, during league play, we saw some roster changes, right? We saw Rin get in there. We saw you step out a few games. Do you mind kind of like giving us a little bit more insight on why those changes happened in the first place?
So some of the changes that some games that I couldn't play and Rin's playing for me because I have like some events I have to attend, unfortunately. But by the end of the super weekends, we kind of just trying to do like Rain on the battleground, see like if we can, just play more aggressive, and we want to see if that's gonna set the team like even stronger. But during the finals, because every team is trying to qualify and like team is gonna play sweaty, right? That's when the rotations and it's more strategy involved. So I think that's when my experience comes to play. I'm not saying like Rain's not experienced at all. I'm just saying like I'm more towards like strategy finding a good place for the team. But Rain is like a really good gunner, like a top fragger, last PMPL, right? You can't just like exclude Rain out. So yeah, that's basically like we're just trying to see if like by the end of the super weekends, because some teams are giving up, they're just like trying to rush anything, like just rush teams. We're just trying to see if, like with Ring involved, if we can bring our overall score like even higher, or maybe like close a gap between us with Pittsburgh Knights. So basically,
and that's something that we definitely saw, right? I think we definitely saw a change in play style whenever you had Rin in versus when you had you in. I like to get a little bit of that insight, right, to see exactly what works, right? And it looks like obviously, right, you being in there worked here for PMPL NA, and you all got second place, almost first, right? And I gotta ask you another question. When it comes to Sandhawk, right? Obviously, y'all guys are the king of the heals when it comes to Sandhawk, right? Always getting those top two. But in one of the Sandhawks, you actually got a chicken dinner. What do you feel was like the main difference for going for that chicken versus just going for the heal strat?
We are always trying to get a good like location during the game. So the Sandhawk game we won, it's not because we give up like mass dreading or something. It's just like we was trying to seek more control in the map, and just find out the compound is free. Then we took it. Then the zone shifts on us, and we got the chicken. No heal strat involved. So basically, that's how you win.
Gotta hedge your bets sometimes, all right? Gotta hedge those bets. All right, last but not least, Xifan, I got a last question for you is, what is next for you and your squad, right? Do you have any specific goals in the future, even past Americas? Just why don't you tell the people?
We're just trying to, be the best of ourselves in every future tournaments, and make less mistakes. And that's basically our goal, and trying to compete in the higher stage. And yeah, that's basically the goal for the team.
Strong goal indeed. Yo, thank you so much for talking to me, Xifan, man. Y'all guys crushed it here in the PMPL. Can you mind go ahead and telling people where they could find you at? Well,
everybody can search me on. I'm available on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. You guys can just search me on Xifan PUBG Mobile.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for talking to me, man. Congratulations once again, and I can't wait to see how you spend that money.
Thank you.